Hey everyone, are you ready for another book unhaul? I know I just did one of these little unhauls in July, I'm pretty sure. All of the books I will be unhauling, I've kind of already briefly mentioned. It was in the potential unhaul section of that video. I will try and find the video and link it in the description. And also somewhere in the video if you do want to check that unhaul out. Those books in the potential unhaul, I had given myself until the end of the year. I forgot about a book. I gave myself the chance to reread them at the end of the year. If I haven't reread it at the end of the year, then I will be unhauling it. I don't want to touch these books anymore. I haven't thought about these books once. I don't have any inkling, any want, any need to want to reread these books. So this is that video. You will see a lot of the books in my potential unhaul and that other video I was talking to you about in this video, as well as some others that I forgot to put in. So let's get on with it. But first I gotta go get that other book. The first book I have is a thriller called The Rumor by Leslie Cara. A casual comment, that's all it takes to change your life forever. So the conversation goes, there's a killer among us. She stabbed little Robbie Harris. She's living under a new name. She's reformed, so they say. One of us is capable of murder. One of us has killed before. I actually really did enjoy this thriller. I gave it 5 stars, but it was like more than like a 4.5 back when I used to give this kind of ratings out. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I will say the ending was a bit of a letdown for me. The ending felt a little bit cheesy, a little bit mustache twirly, like ha ha ha. It kind of reminded me of a bit of a soap opera. The ending really let it down for me. Another thing that this book has made me realize I like in other books is when innocent people are put on trial. When innocent people are pretty much put in exile for something that they really didn't do, or whether they did or did not do. It does talk about that a lot, and how accusing someone of something that they may or may not have done, how isolating it can be and how much it affects someone. The Road to Little Dribbling by Bill Bryson, I believe his name is. This is actually a sequel to the first book that I have not read. It's pretty much a travel book. He goes around traveling the UK and he writes about his experience. I picked it up on a whim because the first paragraph or two of the prologue actually made me burst out laughing in the bookshop, but I really haven't had any desire to pick this book up, so it's going to a place where hopefully someone will really enjoy it. Looking for Alibrandi by Melina Marchetta. So this one follows Josephine, and it's pretty much a coming of age about finding who you are, your identity, knowing your ancestry, finding who you are, what you want to do with your life. I really enjoyed this book when I first read it. I don't gravitate toward that book anymore. I don't have any desire to pick it up to reread it to see if I would still enjoy it. Not the kind of books I want to read now. I still have positive thoughts about this book. I just think someone else will have a much more better time of reading this book than I will if I were to pick it up to reread it again. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. That's his name, right? Yeah, Stephen Chbosky. I read this book at the wrong time. I read this book when I had like finished high school. I believe I was out of high school for a year, and if I had read this book during high school, I think I would have really grasped onto it a lot more. But since I read it after high school, when I had finished school completely, I really didn't really gel with me. This is a very hyped book, and it was fine. I liked it. It was fine. I do see a little bit of myself in this main character, just with me being a bit shy and introverted and a bit reserved, and so is Charlie a little bit. That's his name, right? Yeah, Charlie. It's written in diary format. So Charlie writes to a friend of his, recounting his life. It does deal with mental health as well. It doesn't fit me as a person, doesn't fit the kind of books I want to read anymore. Maybe one day I will reread it. I doubt it, so I don't know why I even said that, but I do think someone else will have a lot more fun with this book than me. Troll Mountain by Matthew Reilly. I have read another Matthew Reilly book, and his books are very fast-paced. The action is actually written very well in his books. I've only read 2 of his books. This is a fantasy. It's a nice short little novella. It's actually like a really nice hardback as well. A member of a family of Raph, he is the main character. So Raph, I believe his sister is sick or something like that, and he has to go into Troll Mountains, a mountain where trolls live, called Troll Mountain, and apparently that's where the trolls have this miraculous elixir for this illness that Raph's sister gets sick from. So Raph's sister gets an illness, she's very sick, he travels to Troll Mountain to talk to the trolls to get the elixir to help his sister. I really enjoyed it, but I don't see myself picking it up anytime soon to reread it. I did enjoy it. If you like fast-paced books, I do think you should give Matthew Reilly a try. More Than This by Patrick Ness. It's a young adult book that I really enjoyed. A boy drowns desperate and alone in his final moments. He dies. Then he wakes naked and bruised and thirsty but alive. How can this be, and what is this strange deserted place? As he struggles to understand what is happening, the boy dares to hope. Might this not be the end? Might there be more to this life, or perhaps this afterlife? Now, I did really enjoy this book. I really enjoyed where the story was heading. It does have a bit of like a dystopian sci-fi-esqueness to it, and I really enjoyed that. Like Patrick Ness, I've read 2 of his books. One of them I thought was fine. This one I really enjoyed, but I don't see myself picking it up or rereading it anytime soon. I don't think this book reflects the kind of books I'm gravitating more towards now. So I'm going to give this book to charity, and someone else will find a little bit more enjoyment from. I am then going to get rid of Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Kath and Ren are identical twins. They did everything together. They go to college together, but one of the twins wants to be separate from the other twin to find their own identity. It's a coming of age story. There was like a hard-hitting scene in this book about their mother and mental illness. I really did enjoy this book when I first read it. I still am a fangirl at heart. This book doesn't really gel with me much anymore. Kath, I think that's Kath is the main protagonist. She writes fanfiction. I don't gel with fanfiction at all. I've read too many bad ones, and it really put a sour taste in my mouth. Hopefully this book will go to a good home. We then have The Beach by Alex Garland. I bought this book so freaking long ago at a market, and it was cheap. I thought it was interesting at the time. Couldn't tell you what it's about because I don't really have much of an interest in it. But it was cheap, it was interesting. I really love these little orange books, these orange classic books. I love them. I just don't see myself ever reading this book. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. You already know if you've seen my August wrap-up and also my Cozy Books reading vlog. It didn't gel with me, and I think someone else will actually have a little bit more enjoyment out of. I thought Eleanor was fine. I really enjoyed the writing. Where are you? Come on, up, Maggie, up. Oh, you want to sit with me? Okay. So I thought Eleanor was fine. The writing is good. I like the writing. It just didn't gel with me, the story, unfortunately. Hopefully someone else will have a much better time with this book. This is a book I have wanted to unhaul for a while now. This is the last one I'm going to be talking about. Bloom. It is a graphic novel about 2 young gay teenagers. I think if you want like a really good young adult gay romance, go for Heartstopper, because it is a very good graphic novel. This one is good as well. I should probably tell you what it's about. It follows Ari. He has finished high school recently. He is dying to move into the big city to be with his ultra hip band. He wants to pursue music as a career, but he has a family bakery and his family want him to continue on with the bakery, I believe. He doesn't want to waste his life away in this bakery. He just wants to pursue his music. He wants to do what he wants to do with his life. And then he catches feelings for another boy. There were some steamy scenes in here that I was not prepared for. I was not expecting. The pictures of the bakery and the bread was just delicious looking. I thought it was fun. I just wanted more from the character, Ari. Instead, I just wanted more of his thought process, because we really don't get any. You just see him being a little bit sad and mopey, and you don't really understand why he is the way he is. Well, I guess you kind of do understand. I just wanted a little bit more. So let me see if I can lift it up. Those are the books. Those are the books that are going in the unhaul pile. The first unhaul video I did, the books are like sitting on my bookshelves. I can see them right there. I haven't even put them away yet or given them away to charity yet. The first books in the unhaul video I did, but I'm getting there, okay? And that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Did you like them? Do any of them actually sound somewhat interesting to you? And I will see you in another video. So, goodbye for now.